do? What can we do to tell this? We can run tests on it, right? We can run different tests on it. See, look at this. We got this powder, and we got this white powder. We got this white powder. We got this white powder. It's all different. Now, keep your voices down. It's all different. But we can run tests to see exactly what our perfect evidence is. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to run a test on this, all right? Now, we're going to run a test on this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run tests on it, right? So we got our white powder here.
Let's make something explode.
But oh, you know what? I always have to wear my goggles, right?
Let's make something explode.
I didn't bring my goggles. Hold on. Let me get my goggles. Hold on. I'll be right back, okay? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my goggles. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Science!
What do you want to do?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is genius, the other's insane. They laugh at only nice. The team's just as nice. The Pinky and the Brain. Brain. Before each night is done, the Pinky will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun. He'll take over the world. The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. It's easy to explain. To prove they're not simple. They'll only know the Pinky and the
Hey, get off the stage. Everybody off the stage. What about with acid? Off the stage. Who did it? I saw like 3 people on stage. I saw 3 people on stage. Up, down. What happened to my evidence? It's not. How could this happen? This is like perfect evidence. And now it's just, fellas, I need you to sit down, okay? I need you all to sit down and listen, all right? All right, sit down. I can't believe this.
Here's the rat. I found rat
It was
evidence.
all
Scan the
my
fingerprint.
evidence.
Somebody spilled that. I dare you, scan it. You put fingers all over its Kool-Aid.
Somebody's been wreaking havoc on my lab. And I'm going to find them one day. How can they do this? I've not done anything like this to them.
It was you. It was lab.
But yet they are doing this to me. How can that be?
Hey, what happened?
You're treating me like this.
Especially you. You're leaving that lab.
I'm not. Well,
protected.
that's fine.
Brainy
Right.
I'm trying to protect you from the
These
rats.
lab rats
It was Brainy
have got to stop.
It was Brainy
What am I going to do? I tell you what. There's going to be one person that can help me out. You think? Hey! I think it's going to be Detective Snoop.
Lab Tech Buzz. I think I see a few boys that may be shaking around there. If you boys keep talking, I'm going to take you outside and it's not going to be good. So have a seat. Have a seat.
Gonna keep you out there.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Nope.
Snoopy.
I'm like the law in town, you know what I'm saying? I used to have a really cool accent.
He's got a badge and everything.
Is his name Snoopy? He's not a real person.
Here's what happens. Is the people up on the stage talk more than the people up on the stage talk more than the people down there. Are you guys ready to continue?
No, I'm not sitting down. I want to
Sure you are.
shorten this down. The glitters on my butt.
So, back to the present.
Oh,
You
you're
guys are being rude.
You're
Sit
really
down.
late
Hey,
screen.
you're being rude. You're being rude. Sit down and be quiet. You understand? I don't think it's funny.
That was him. He said feisty one.
So whose parents are here? I know your grandfather and I know your mom. Do I need to talk to them?
No.
Then knock it off. All these other kids that are sitting down listening are wanting to enjoy us be silly and be goofy up here. When you act like that, the only time people do is they just look around and see what you're doing. So you boys right here, not one more word. We good?
Yes.
You too? All right. Everybody ready?
Yes, we are.
Not another word. Oh, now I'm back in character. Oh, hello, Buzz. At it again, I see.
Those rats.
Buzz, I assure you, you can mess it up on your own, but I'll believe you as the rats this time. Is that powdered sugar? Is this the white powder?
It is white powder.
You know, Buzz, I once ate a powdered donut the size of that table back there.
Wow.
I ate on it for about 4 days. 4 days. But I love powdered donuts. I love them. Do you guys love powdered donuts?
No. I like
I
chocolate.
love them. I love powdered donuts just about as much as I love solving mysteries. What's that over there?
That's our crime scene. We got our evidence and stuff.
Seems like every time I turn around, there's another crime to solve.
Well, hopefully I won't mess up the evidence this time.
Let's see what we have here.
Rats.
Do you have any powdered donuts? You know how much I love
I don't
powdered
have
donuts.
any.
I love them.
No.
Love. Is that what you get?
I've got white powder, but I don't know if it's sugar.
What you've got over here is a mess, Buzz. What was the bottom of this crime?
Yeah, let's
Can I
think about
pick
that.
at this first?
Alright guys, come on over. Take this.
What do we have here?
Stay behind us.
So evidence piece number 1. We have, what's that look like, Jackson? Some sand or something?
Oh my goodness.
Right here?
Sprinkle the-
Number 2. Wait a minute.
No touching?
Green.
Wedding ring.
Well,
Number 2 is a wedding ring. And number 3,
Animal.
it's a sheep.
It's the sword.
Number 4, what's this right here, sir?
The sword and the stone.
It's a sword, right?
And the stone.
No, there's no stone, there's just a sword. And then over here we have, fig bars, little fig newtons
Ooh,
and
I love
raisins.
this.
Very nice. So why don't we get some, what do we need here for this?
I need somebody, not just
We help?
anybody.
I need you, sir.
You know I need
You grab the
someone.
sand. And then help. Help with the ship. I need you to grab Buzz over here.
In any way,
You
now these days
grab the sheep.
I'll change my mind.
Grab the fig bars. All right, everybody have a seat, come have a seat. Thank you. Have a seat, young man. Have a seat, young man. Please sit up.
Oh, thank you for dinner. I was looking for this. Is there a raisin missing?
Sorry about that, Buzz. I thought it was a powdered donut.
No, it's not a powdered donut. Raisins. No, it could be rat droppings.
Are these raisins or rat droppings?
Rat droppings.
It tasted like it.
There's a couple missing, so
I ate one.
is it a rat dropping or a raisin?
Rat dropping.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Did you
That's what I
guys
thought.
eat
Those
one
rats,
too?
you gotta watch out for. They're
Buzz?
pesky. Yes.
Are we back on track?
I think we're back on track. Yeah.
Is there anything else you need me to do, Buzz?
Not at the moment. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I gotta look at the meal.
If you find yourself in a pickle again, I heard someone say pickle earlier. If you
Pickle.
find yourself in a pickle earlier, or again, please find me.
Oh, I will. We might have to set up some
I'll buy some powdered donuts next
Yes.
time.
Some very special seating.
very special seating.
If you need me, again, children, fairly well and behave.
Yeah. So,
Snoop Dogg.
So, you know, he went out to get some donuts, I guarantee it. The way that he was talking about donuts. So our lesson today is about love. Back it up. Yeah, that's it.
all you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
You love Brussels sprouts? Brussels sprouts. How about pizza? Pizza.
I love
Who loves basketball?
basketball.
Puppies. I
Look
love puppies. Puppies. What's next? Snakes. Who loves snakes? And milk.
awesome skills.
You know what? Love is all you need. Who taught us that? Jesus taught us that. He said, now let's keep it down. Let's keep it down. He was saying that all you need is love, right? He actually said, you know those 10 commandments? They can all be summed up with love thy neighbor, right? So all you need is love. So I tell you what, we throw out love. Like I love pizza, I love milk, I love dogs. But that's not really love, is it?
Puppies.
You're not going to marry pizza.
I will marry pizza. I'll marry. I'm a vegetarian. I'd rather not marry pizza.
I know, exactly. So it's a different type of love. But I tell you what, okay, let's keep our voices down. We're talking here. All right. But treating people with the way that we choose to treat people, we want to do it in a loving manner. Whenever we don't treat people in a loving manner, it's very rude, right? You kind of know a little bit about rudeness just from what we're seeing today. But, all right, so we're going to look at the evidence here. So, what was our first piece of evidence? You guys remember?
Sugar.
I like
Sugar. Powdered
No.
sugar.
No.
Powdered sugar.
that's sand. That's right. So, I mean, it's sand. Where would we find sand?
Beach. Pizza.
Whenever you think about the Old Testament and stuff, though, where do you normally find the sand? I don't remember hearing stuff about
The desert.
oh yeah, I don't hear about the
Sand on
beaches.
beach.
I hear about the desert. Right. So I tell you what, our story takes place in the desert. I tell you what, I think I know. After looking at all this, I know what story he's talking about. And you guys have probably heard about David and Goliath, right? Well, we're going to talk about David today, but we're not going to talk about Goliath. We're going to talk about a story you may not have heard about. So, we've got two other characters in this story, and this comes to our second piece. I dropped it. Comes our second piece of evidence. And what was this again? A wedding ring. So our next two people were married. And we're going to talk about Abigail and Nabal. I think somebody may know the story. Well, not very many people have probably heard this story. But they were married. They were married. Now see, Nabal, he was a very wealthy, rich man. And they kind of lived right next to the desert in Moab. And David was there, and he actually protected his farm without Nabal even knowing about it. David marched through on his way earlier, and his sheep were all around, and he protected them. You remember hearing about the story of David killing a lion?
Yeah.
One of the first stories about David. That's about the time that he protected Nabal's sheep from the lions and from the wolves and everything else that are out there. So I just mentioned our next piece of evidence. A sheep. So our story starts with David, who had already protected Nabal's farm and the sheep. Now, it was harvest time. And now, we had talked about earlier, they use sheep as kind of like their money, right? You know, the sheep would provide them with food, and they would provide them with milk, and they, what else would it provide with them? Sacrifice. And what else?
Yarn.
Yarn, right. So it was actually shearing season. That means they're gonna shave the sheep, and they're gonna take all that wool. It means it's very hard. It's harvest season. So they were throwing parties. They were shaving the sheep, and David at this time was returning back through the desert, and his men were very hungry, and they were starving. They were almost to the point of exhaustion. So David said, I tell you what, Nabal, he's over there. I can hear the party from here, and we're like 20 miles away. It's crazy. It's a crazy party. So, and I think whenever we were coming through here before, they just sheared their sheep, so they should be getting ready to shear them again. So I'm going to send 10 men down there, 10 men to Nabal, tell him that we're on our way. We've got about 200 men, and we're hungry. That's all you need to tell him. Tell him, and that's it. So he sent 10 men. He said, Nabal, we came back this way last year, protected your sheep. We're hungry. I see it's harvest time. You guys, there's plenty of time. You guys are having your party. We can hear it 20 miles away. It's crazy. So, what do you think, Nabal?
Shave the sheep.
Well, no, they asked for food for 200 men. What do you think Nabal did?
Kill the sheep.
No, he didn't kill the sheep. He was shearing them. That's his method of money. He said, who is this David guy? And he's not king yet. Not king. Nobody really knows who David is yet. So he said, David? Who's David? I never even heard of the first person ever named David. Who's David? Anyway, so those men are like, all right, we gotta go tell David. So he ran back through, told David, and David is like, all right. Now it's next time for our next piece of evidence. He said, fine. We didn't ask for a lot, but we protected his sheep. So we kind of think, and it almost seems like hasty judgment, but he said, we're gonna go take some food. We protected it, we own it, we're gonna take it. So they started marching. We're gonna get our food. We're starving, we're dying. What do you think happens?
They kill a sheep.
No? Well, who's the one person in the story we haven't really talked about yet?
Abigail.
Abigail. The Bible says Abigail was a beautiful and smart woman. Very, very smart. She heard the conversation between Nabal and David's first in command, and she said, he's going to kill us. So, what does she do?
She's hiding.
No.
He's got the ball.
What do you think she does? Nabal's not going to give him food.
She does. Wait, what was the question?
What do you think?
She
What is
grabs the
Abigail
sword.
going to do?
She grabs the sword.
So let's look at our next piece of evidence.
She eats. She hides the food.
You know what she does? Nabal, it actually says at this point in time that he is drunk. He has had too much to drink.
Oh.
And he was a very mean drunk is what it says. But, so without him even knowing, she prepared food for all 200 men without him even knowing. Without him even knowing. And she takes this meal of raisins, figs, and bread, and she makes it all together. And she makes raisin bread and, well, fig Newtons. Who likes fig Newtons?
I love fig
You like
Newtons.
fig?
I got my
I like fig Newtons
She
too.
made bread.
I like fig Newtons too.
I never made it.
So I tell you what,
There's that.
if you guys want to,
More snacks.
if you want raisins, I got raisins. If you want some fig Newtons, I got some fig Newtons. I got more of those.
What's a fig Newton? I've never had
Hey
one.
guys,
They're
I'll
very
bring them
good.
right.
It's
You
like a
just relax.
fruit.
Everyone stay seated. I'll bring them around to you.
And this,
Story.
yeah, I'm continuing. And this is kind of what it was. It was more like along the lines of Abigail met up with him to pretty much well save their lives with food because she knew that David's men were starving. You know? So Abigail gave the food to all the men. I like fig Newtons too.
What's a fig man?
A fig? That's a fig. It's a fruit. You hear about it all the time in the Bible. There you are.
It definitely tastes like raisins. There are big trees.
Well, they're big.
My name is raisins.
So figs,
My name is Fig.
they're very good. Right? This is kind of what they had. They call them fig figs. It's kind of like fig goods. So anyway, so back to the story. I'm getting sidetracked to talk about food. You know, oh, Detective Snoop. He likes his powdered donuts. And rate it. I rate it too. But anyway. I got trash can right here. You didn't like the big noodles? No?
Why didn't you give it to me? We're stepbrothers. Yes, we are.
Everybody get one? Good stuff. There. Anyway, so Abigail returned home, and by this time, her husband is just off the wall. But it said he was also a big man, which, you know, a lot of times whenever you're rich back in the old days, you're large and in charge. But it said that he had a weak heart. So Abigail, the next morning, whenever he woke up, whoo, man, I had some party last night, huh? So she said, let me tell you what happened last night. You almost were killed. And he's like, what? What? Why? Why? We were just partying, sharing sheep and stuff. She's like, remember David and his men that were tired and hungry? He's like, I'm gonna feed him. I'm not gonna feed him. And she's like, well, you don't have to. I already did. And he got upset because she fed him behind his back. And he got so upset that he had a heart attack right on the spot.
So he died?
And died. I know.
He only lived for 10 years.
So let me ask you a question. Sometimes we're talking about, listen. It says that we have to put up with each other in love. That's the next point in our Bible. It says, so I'm asking you to live a life worthy of what God chose for you. Don't be proud at all, which we talked about. Be completely gentle. We talked about that with our fingerprinting stuff. Be patient. You learned about that last week. And it says, put up with one another in love. What does that mean?
Instead of like fighting, do you have like a chance to grow?
Exactly. So, does it say like everybody? No, it doesn't. It says put up with one another in love. That means somebody may be nasty and be cranky towards you, but that means that you may not like them, but you should treat them in love, right? It means pretty much all kinds of be nice to everybody. You know, because we've got our tests here that we're going to run, but people are the same way. You know, somebody may wake up, they call it on the wrong side of the bed, but they might have something going on. You know, on the outside, they may be smiles. We're all like white powders. We don't know what they are, but on the inside, it might be hurting, right? We're going to do some tests here today, but what are some tests that we can kind of do on people? You know, if somebody's being nasty. Well, no, we're not talking about superpowers. Ask them, talk to them. You know, sometimes be like, oh man, you know, I kind of noticed you're kind of, you know, short with me a little bit, kind of yelled at me a little bit. You know, are you feeling okay? They might be sick. You don't know. A lot of people are sick and you can't even tell by looking at them. Right? Okay? Let's keep our voices down. You know, also, what's another way? It's actually just to look at them. Sometimes you can be looking at somebody, they're walking around like this. Trying to tell that something's wrong with them, right? Right? Or, you know, just kind of using your eyes. That's one test that you can do on people to see how they're feeling. So, we're going to get back to the science stuff. So we've got 6 things here.
Can I help?
No. So, okay, so I want our first one is sugar.
I'm Santa. Does anyone like my hair?
What can you tell us about sugar? This sugar right here. It's tasty. But what can you tell about the appearance of it?
I'm
Talk about the
Santa.
appearance.
He has green cockroaches
It
in
looks
his hair.
crystally, doesn't it? It looks crystally.
I have glitter. I have
Okay.
Santa who wants to.
All right. So here is another type of sugar.
I have glitter.
This is old. I got to keep Detective Snoop away from this stuff. What's this? This is sugar. It doesn't look like regular powdered sugar. it's not exactly
I knew it.
very crystalline, is it?
Doesn't look like it's Dippin' Dots.
No, that's powdered sugar.
You're gay.
All right? So I'll tell you what. So look at this. Look at this. These two here are very similar. And we'll cover these up. Man, goodness.
Salt. Powder. Salt. Powder.
Which one's which?
Things that go in bean bags. It's the things that go in bean bags. Salt and salt water. Salt and salt.
Salt and salt?
No, salt and sugar.
They look very similar, don't they?
Wait,
Can you tell the difference?
Salt and salt water. Sugar.
Okay.
Sugar.
Here, let's take a look.
Sugar. Wait.
They look very similar, don't they?
No, they seriously. How the whale and how the dolphin related to Christmas?
What? Right. Who here thinks that this is your sugar and this is your salt? Salt and sugar? Is that what you think? Who thinks that? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Who thinks it's the other way around? Who thinks this is your sugar? Salt. Sugar. See? Things can look very similar. Who here likes to just eat salt and eat up everything is salt? Who here can take a spoon of sugar, man? Very good. All right, so here we go. Here's some other stuff.
I ate salt once. I have a dolphin.
Here's some other stuff. Look at this. So what we got here? Oh, spilling it. What do you think this is? I'll let you know. One is sugar and one is cornstarch.
I know what cornstarch looks like. I make slime with it every day.
Think so?
Yes.
So?
Yeah. Wait. Why is wine related to Christmas? That's
I
sugar.
think we get it. You got this.
Okay, you're going to trash it.
Yeah?
That's what it said.
Well, we can do tests. Just like you can on other people and go ahead and say, hey, let's keep our voices down. All right? Who wants to do some tests?
Me!
All right. So I tell you what, the best one to do,
Are you gonna drink it?
I think, don't drink anything in a science lab. It might be urine.
Oh!
I made that mistake a couple of times. Not very good. So look,
How do you know about that?
who thinks they know what this is?
Sugar. Me. Flour.
Flour?
Here, let me see it. I should taste it.
No, you don't ever want to taste anything.
Yes, you do.
It won't hurt you, but
I tasted.
I don't like it.
One time I tasted it. I tasted it, but it got
What
stuck in
happens
my
with
tongue,
flour whenever you-
and I passed out. It kind of like turned into. I found the same stuff. I don't know what it smells like.
But I tell you what, we got to go to the next slide.
I used to actually. Remember that blue stuff what is it? Remember that blue stuff that's a snowman?
One more.
Blue stuff that's
And one more.
blue snowman? I thought you had a link in
All right, so here we go. This is our test. Look what we got up here, guys. Everybody look. So here are our tests. Salt is crystalline, and it's gritty. And it dissolves in water, right? You guys put salt in water, and it disappears, right? So watch this. Here's our salt. Look, this is water right here. This is water. Yeah, with green dye. Make it look cool. You can drink it now. It's green,
I like salt water.
green salty water.
I put it. Can I drink it? Can I put it in it? Oh. I like salt water. I want some hair in it.
Go for it.
And then we're
Shut
set.
up.
Is it good?
Here we go.
Is it good? Let me try.
So we got cornstarch. Cornstarch is nasty, huh? So, no, you don't want to eat cornstarch.
I got it from the
Alright.
sugar. Give me.
What color is this?
Vanilla. He threw a
What
board.
color is that? Brown?
He threw a
There we go.
Dang, Daniel!
So,
You're great.
what happens if I put this in cornstarch?
I
No, you don't need this. So what color is it turned now?
Brown.
Is it?
It looks like chocolate.
Is it? Is it brown?
It's black. It's chocolate.
It's so dark now, it's black. It's turning into a black. So that's one test that we can tell. See, now this one's the funnest one. This is baking soda. No, don't drink anything. So this is the fun. Who has ever done the volcano experiment? That's exactly what this one is. That's exactly what this is.
If you put salt in
Right, I
something,
need-
I do it.
That's stinky.
I'll drink this. Salt, if you put
Alright.
salt in it.
Here we go.
That's what's not pretty. Don't you dare make it.
Ready? That won't explode. What's it doing?
Foamy. If you put salt in it, can I grab that?
You can have raisins if you want.
Can I take your finger in?
See? It just bubbles.
Can
It
I
just smells
take
like
your finger
vinegar.
in? He won't give us raisins.
But it bubbles. So that is how you can test apples.
No, I gave it to you.
So who wants to make this thing just foam up like there's no tomorrow? Let's do that. All right, everybody back up a little bit from the table. Let's see. Let's see. Choose this one. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to go upstairs. We're going to place the dog. All right. Voice stop. Voice down. All right. Let's add to this.
There's twins. Okay. Wait, this is okay. No, it's a puppet.
All right. Here we go. Put this here. And you're just over here. All right, here we go. And we got vinegar. This is something you guys can do at home with parent supervision, okay? Because this is stuff that will not hurt you. You can eat it. It may not taste good. But you can. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. And you know what makes it fun?
Is this an eraser? Put your hand on the top of that surface. Just do it. All of it. All of your hand. Yes.
My soap go.
I don't like.
Got it.
What's he doing?
So, and here we go.
Oh.
Where did?
Let me try.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Can I drink this? Science. Can I touch it? Touch. I can't see.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Can I lick my finger?
You can. You know, people brush their teeth with vinegar and baking soda